Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rulings regarding fasting, compensation and expiation, Part 3. Whenever one wishes to observe the kafara of fast, they must make an intention, or else they will be obligated to redo kafara. Therefore, we will be examining different types of kafara together. 1. Udhr kafara. There are circumstances in which an individual cannot fast in the month of Ramadan owing to some legitimate excuse such as some illness, and their excuse lingers on until the Ramadan of the next year, in which case they must observe udhr kafara. However, if they know that it will last until the Ramadan of the next year, they can give kafara immediately after this year's Ramadan. 2. Kafara of delay. In the event that a person is unable to observe fast in Ramadan due to a legitimate excuse such as some illness, they must perform the qada of fast before the Ramadan of the next year. But if the excuse has expired and they have not made up for the missed fast intentionally before the Ramadan of the next year, in addition to performing the qada of the fast, they must observe kafara for postponing it, which takes the form of giving 1 mud, approximately 750 grams of food, to the poor for each missed day of fast. But delaying the qada of fast for some more years does not add to kafara, meaning that if one has not performed the qada of fast due on them for some years, the kafara for each missed day is giving just 1 mud of food. 3. Amd kafara. If the one fasting intentionally commits one of the things that invalidates fasting, they must observe one of the following options. They can either feed 60 poor people with 1 mud of food, or fast for 60 days, 31 days of which must be done consecutively based on an obligatory precaution. If one of the fasts out of these 31 days is deliberately missed, they must redo the fasts, unless that has happened due to some legitimate excuse such as menstruation, in which case kafara fasts can be continued once the excuse has expired. Everyone can choose either of the two methods of giving kafara, but combining them is not permissible. As a case in point, it is not permissible to feed 30 poor people and perform kafara fast for 30 days. But if one has first made an intention of fasting for 60 days, but they later intend to feed 60 poor people in lieu of the former on the condition that they have not yet performed the first 31 days of kafara fast, they can complete the fast of that day and afterwards feed 60 poor people. But if they have fasted for the entire 31 days, it is not possible to change the form of kafara anymore, and they should perform the rest of the kafara fasts. 4. Jama' kafara. Upon invalidating the fast by committing an unlawful act based on an obligatory precaution, one is obligated to observe jama' kafara, meaning they must both fast for 2 months and also feed 60 poor people. It is not necessary to observe each of these kafaras right away, yet one should not delay them to such an extent that it is considered by other people as negligence in fulfilling one's duty. Even if several years have elapsed from kafara, nothing will be added to it. Yes, the one who opts for the kafara of 60 days of fast must, based on obligatory precaution, observe them before the Ramadan of the next year if it is possible for them. Institute for compiling and publishing the works of Ayatollah Makarem Shirazi.